What up, everybody? It's your boy Avell did it back with another one. However you got here, whether you already subscribed to the channel, whether I popped up on your news feed, whether somebody told you about me and you checking me out for the first time. However you got here, it was meant for you to be here, so I appreciate it. Before I get started, if you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for the content. You did it? Cool. Shouts out to everybody who keep hitting that like button, that subscribe button, sharing the content. I truly, truly appreciate it. So, to y'all, I like to say every time, thank you. Thank you very much. I truly, truly appreciate it. All right, who we got up? We got that boy Xzibit up right now. What? Yeah. So, Xzibit is on a show in New York. He's on a podcast, and they're expressing their feelings about how they felt about the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl performance. And basically, not just about Kendrick, but the West Coast overall. And like I said, you know, New Yorkers hating on the West Coast is nothing new. You know, I've been listening to hip hop since the early 80s, and I can say there's always been that tension where they felt they were better than the West Coast predecessors. That's just how it is. You know, I mean, I'm not mad at it. They think they the best. If it ain't New York and they don't understand it, they don't try to. They just like, that's whack. And Xzibit is having a debate about how the East Coast feels, because they were saying basically Kendrick performance was trash because they didn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Which I think West Coast, especially like Los Angeles, Compton, Watts, the Bay, all of that, we're more open to hearing what kind of style of expression of rap people are doing more than they are willing to understand what we got going on, the culture in the West Coast. So let's hear a little bit of what Xzibit had to say.
Enough to be able to translate that to the rest of the world so they enjoy the music, then that should be seen as a positive. Okay. Not something that like if something breaks through and I get to hear it and the world seems to revolve around it, that's fucking amazing. You know what I'm saying? Nicki Minaj is from New York. She's unapologetically New York, and she has broken through and become one of the biggest artists in the world. Like, why are you mad at that?
But a lot of her songs that broke through weren't New York sounding songs.
Oh my God, he is
New York sounding shit. You know, West Coast sounding shit.
So, and if I give you another example, the kid Blast. Mm-hmm. Blast is someone that has made music that branched out because he wasn't too West Coast sounding.
I hate when people say that. What's too West Coast? If you from the West Coast, you from wherever part, you represent that culture of where you from. So how is it gonna be too much? What are you supposed to water down your cultural expression to satisfy New Yorkers? I don't get it. I don't.
It was somebody else from the West Coast. I can't remember. YG at a certain point, and then he came back, and came back to the hard West Coast sounding. Yeah. What you call it, and maybe it's because of the culture that you have there that we may not understand. Mm-hmm. I also know that this heavy Mexican influence. Mm-hmm. We don't have that here.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Like the loco, the folo, like what the hell is you talking about, my nigga?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love it. I'm a Mexican.
Yeah,
But that's fine.
They talking about Lefty Gunplay. Now, Lefty is a Mexican rapper from LA, and he represents the culture. He does. And it's like, okay, in New York, y'all got Dominican rappers like Fat Joe and those people that represent what y'all got going on. You see what I'm saying? So how you gonna hate on Lefty because he's representing the culture from the region that he's from? I don't get this. I mean, But then again, this is the same guy who let go of Cardi B and she blew up. This is the same guy that didn't believe in Cardi B and now she's a multi-millionaire off of the songs he said she could never make it with. So why are we even listening to him in the first place, to keep it real? Let's continue.
That means those people are making music that they like.
Yeah, but it ain't hitting over here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, nigga, but you already told you
in the East Coast.
But I already told you. The East Coast has never been embracing of anything but the East Coast.
Yeah.
When you come in here, that means that you have fought your way up a ladder that is hard to climb, and that the people respect the fact that you have earned your spot. The East Coast is not inviting to anybody, so why am I not surprised? You know what I'm saying?
I disagree with that because we love Future. We love Little Baby.
Yeah, we do.
We love Boss Man D-Lo. I'm trying to think of other artists that...
Larry June gets love over here, too.
We love Little Dirt. You know,
Okay,
Maybe not,
so-
maybe not on the radio. And to be honest, a lot of New York artists have a gripe. Sorry, they have a gripe with radio, too. So it's not...
And the reason why I think they accept Little Dirk a little bit more, because first of all, he ain't from the West Coast. He's from Chicago, all right? Midwest, whatever, okay? And they're mimicking, the New Yorkers are mimicking their culture in Chicago by doing drill music. That's why that's why they love Dirk. They love Dirk because they're mimicking what originated in Chicago. It's drill music. And they're doing drill music. That's why they like Lil Durk. Let's continue.
Not just about West Coast. It's about that radio has a certain formula.
It's the same in
they
LA.
They get frustrated too.
It's the same in LA. It's a lot of artists that want to get played on the radio stations, but don't get played.
Right.
But I think we're just in a different time. I think that for example, there's a kid called Lefty Gunplay that's about to come out. He was on the Kendrick
That's
album.
like he's Latin, right?
Correct. He's a Mexican. But he is part of the culture that is celebrated where we from. I think when you guys are talking about no, it sounds like the racist white guy that says, look, I'm not a racist, I got a black friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how y'all sound. You know what I'm saying? Like you pick out one or two artists that have huge followings and have and act like because you like them, then you're not being biased to the whole city. You're talking about one nigga out of the whole down south. Like I think that.
You talking about one person? I'm confused.
Okay, so you say I like Future. I like Future, but you can count.
I didn't just name Future. I named Future, Little Baby, Boss Man D-Lo.
Right.
I
That's
know
three.
More and more.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Understood. But you only count everybody you saying you can count on one hand, right? So what I'm saying is like this. I think that the evolution of music is what needs to be embraced. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody has a regional sound. The people that come with a regional sound, you can't be mad at the West Coast celebrating the West Coast. You know what
I'm not
saying?
mad at the West Coast celebrating the West Coast.
Right, and you can't be mad that it's popular and is reaching at a global level.
I am not mad. What I'm saying is a lot of I think that it's overhyped. Is what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is even you may be thinking today that Kendrick Lamar is popping in New York, and I can tell you that it's not true.
So he don't need New York.
I get it, but your mind,
he got the world.
Your mind thinks that.
He don't need New York. He got the world.
Touche. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And that's true. It's like, man, these New York, I mean, it's anybody, I guess. I kind of understand because I hear some of the lingo, and if I wasn't from the West Coast, I wouldn't understand it. But I embrace all of the regions. I try to understand. I listen to a little bit from all of the regions and just try to put myself in their shoes. You know, even if I might not vibe with it, I listen for lyrics. I listen, try to hear what they hear that makes their sound regional. But it just seems like he don't want to hear that. He just sounds like a pure Kendrick hater. But like Kendrick said, niggas don't like the West Coast, and I'm fine with it. I'll push the line with it. And that's just how it is, But the East Coast, West Coast thing, as far as musically, it's always been that divide where we've always embraced the East Coast, from Run DMC, De La Soul, who's on the back wall, to whoever, and we tried to understand their regional sound with an open ear. But they don't come and listen to the West Coast music with an open ear. There's a part on here where he talked about the GNX album, and he said that none of the songs on the GNX album was a hit, right? But all 10 songs out of the 12 were on the top 100 billboards, right? And in the top 10, in the top, I think it was like top 12 slots. It was to the top 12, 10 of them was GNX. So that wasn't all West Coast that was making this a hit album that sold a lot of copies. So yeah, he's not listening to West Coast music with an open ear. And plus, he is a Drake D-licker as well. So of course he's gonna feel that way. I want to know what you guys think, though. Do you guys think that when you, even you, if you're not from LA, West Coast, whatever, and you hear the music, are you listening with an open ear? Or are you just listening with already a distaste in your ear for what we have to offer? I want to know what y'all think down below. All right. That's all the time I got for this topic. Please make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And y'all already know I'm gonna be back with some more reaction videos, some more news. So I'm definitely gonna catch y'all on the next one. All right. Peace.